In the world of personal computing, there's a constant debate about which operating system, or OS, reigns supreme. The three giants in this area are Windows, macOS, and Linux, each with its own set of unique features, strengths, and weaknesses. Choosing the right operating system can greatly impact your daily computing experience, whether you're a casual user, a creative professional, or a hardcore coder. User interface and aesthetics. Let's kick things off with perhaps the most immediate noticeable aspect of any operating system: its user interface. Windows, macOS, and Linux all have distinctive looks and feels. Windows. Microsoft Windows is known for its familiar user interface, characterized by a taskbar at the bottom of the screen and a start menu for accessing applications. Windows 10 and its successor, Windows 11, introduced a more streamlined and modern design, with rounded corners and a simplified start menu. The Windows interface is highly customizable, allowing users to personalize their desktops with various themes, wallpapers, and widgets. macOS. Apple's macOS is celebrated for its sleek and minimalist design. It features a top menu bar with the Apple logo, an application dock at the bottom, and a launchpad for accessing apps. The overall aesthetic is clean, and macOS consistently receives praise for its attention to detail in design, icons, and animations. It's an operating system that often appeals to creative professionals. Linux. Linux, in contrast, is a diverse ecosystem with numerous desktop environments to choose from. Popular options like GNOME, KDE Plasma, and XFCE offer varying levels of customization and aesthetics. The look and feel of a Linux desktop can be tailored to suit individual preferences. Linux tends to cater to users who prefer function over form, although modern Linux distributions have made significant strides in improving their visual appeal. Ease of use. The ease of use of an operating system is a critical factor, especially for those new to computing or looking for a hassle-free experience. Windows. Windows is often praised for its user-friendliness. The interface is intuitive, and most software and hardware are designed with Windows compatibility in mind. Microsoft's extensive support and documentation make it easy for users to find solutions to common issues. However, Windows can be prone to bloatware and unwanted updates, which can sometimes disrupt the user experience. macOS. Apple's macOS is renowned for its simplicity and user-friendly approach. Many users find it easy to navigate, and the Mac App Store provides a curated selection of software that is often high in quality. Apple's ecosystem integration, including iCloud and continuity features, enhances the overall user experience. However, macOS can be less flexible than Windows in terms of customization. Linux. Linux, while highly customizable, can have a steeper learning curve, especially for those unfamiliar with the command line interface. However, modern Linux distributions have made significant strides in improving user-friendliness. User-friendly distributions like Ubuntu and Linux Mint have gained popularity for their focus on providing a more accessible experience. The software availability on Linux, though improving, may still be limited for some specialized applications. Software and application ecosystem. The availability of software and applications is a crucial consideration for users, as it determines what tasks you can accomplish on your operating system. Windows. Windows boasts an extensive library of software and applications, covering virtually every need. Whether you're into gaming, graphic design, office productivity, or video editing, you'll find a wide range of options. Microsoft Office is a notable suite of productivity tools that many rely on for work-related tasks. The Windows Store offers a convenient way to discover and install apps. macOS. The Mac App Store provides a curated selection of applications, and macOS users can access popular software like Microsoft Office, Adobe Creative Cloud, and many others. However, macOS has a smaller library of games compared to Windows. Apple's ecosystem is tightly controlled, which can limit some software options, but it also ensures a high level of security. Linux. Linux has come a long way in terms of software availability. Many open-source alternatives to popular Windows and macOS software exist, such as LibreOffice, similar to Microsoft Office, and GIMP, a rival to Adobe Photoshop. The Linux community also offers software repositories with a vast selection of free applications. However, some proprietary or specialized software may not be available for Linux, which can be a deal breaker for certain users. Customization and flexibility. For power users and those who want to tailor their computing environment to their exact specifications, customization and flexibility are paramount. Windows. While Windows allows for some customization through themes and third-party tools, it's generally less flexible than macOS and Linux. The recent introduction of Windows Subsystem for Linux, or WSL, has opened up opportunities for greater customization and compatibility with Linux software, but it still falls short of the complete flexibility offered by Linux. macOS. macOS, while visually polished, is not as customizable as Windows or Linux. Apple places strict control over the user interface, and customization options are limited compared to the other two operating systems. However, macOS shines in its seamless integration with Apple hardware and software. Linux. Linux is the king of customization and flexibility. Users can choose from a wide array of desktop environments, each with its own look and feel. You can tweak everything from the appearance of your desktop to the behavior of system processes. For those comfortable with the command line, Linux offers unparalleled control over the system. This flexibility is one of the primary reasons why Linux is popular among developers and power users. Security. Security is a critical aspect of any operating system, as it directly impacts the safety of your data and online activities. Windows. Windows has improved its security significantly over the years, with features like Windows Defender providing robust antivirus protection. However, it remains a prime target for malware and viruses due to its widespread use. Users may stay vigilant and keep their systems up to date to minimize security risks. macOS. macOS has a reputation for strong security, partially due to Apple's tight control over its ecosystem. The company employs various security features like Gatekeeper, which verifies the authenticity of apps, and File Vault, which encrypts your data. The relatively smaller user base also makes macOS a less attractive target for cybercriminals. Linux. Linux is inherently secure, primarily due to its open-source nature. Security vulnerabilities are quickly identified and patched by the community. Linux distributions often receive regular updates to address security concerns. However, the degree of security can vary depending on how the system is configured and the user's habits. It's crucial to follow best practices and keep the system up to date. Price and licensing. The cost of an operating system is a significant factor for many users. Windows. Windows is not free. Microsoft typically charges a licensing fee for its operating system, which is often included in the cost of a new PC. There are different editions of Windows and varying price points, but they all come with a cost. macOS. macOS is also not free. However, Apple includes it at no extra charge with the purchase of a Mac computer. This makes it a more attractive option for Mac users who don't need to worry about additional OS costs. Linux. Linux, in most cases, is entirely free and open source. You can download and install a Linux distribution of your choice without incurring any licensing fees. This aspect makes Linux highly cost effective, especially for users on a budget. Ultimately, the best operating system depends on your unique requirements and priorities. Whether you're a PC gamer, a graphic designer, a software developer, or a casual user, carefully consider the factors that matter most to you when making your decision.